right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahshua, Harachakodash, the one of the apostles, great millstone, and salutations to the elect, which you ought to be. Now, it's your brother Hawaii from GMS Chicago. Got a quick little lesson for you Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, and Israelites who got ashamed of looking like heathens. The Spirit bear witness that they're a child of Heavenly Father. And the name of the Heavenly Father is Yahweh, who the world usually calls Jehovah God. And the name of the Heavenly Son is Yahweh Shai, who the world usually calls Jesus Christ, or Jesus Christos, or Yeshua, Yeshaya, Yahweh. Pretty much it's going to be in Sirach or Ecclesiastes in Apocrypha, chapter 26 chapter, and any other precepts come out and stuff, you already know the Holy Spirit. I'm going to get right into it, So this is, it says Sirach 26:1. It says, blessed is the man that have a virtuous wife, for the number of his days shall be doubled. You know what I'm saying? And what is that word? It's the word virtuous. It says, here we go, 14, from mid 14th century, it says having beneficial or efficacious properties. It says efficacious, sure to have the desired effect, often enough medicines. This is powerful, effectual, efficient. It says workout, producing or capable of producing an intended result or having a striking effect. This is effective. It says marked by qualities giving the power to produce an intended effect. So virtuous. It's moral excellent. You know what I'm saying? Moral excellence, right? Because you're not going through if you got a woman with good morals and whatnot and stuff, and she's on your side and she's not trying to be against you, your enemy and stuff, right? You know what I'm saying? Your life is going to be prolonged, and why is that? Because most guys and stuff, when it comes down to men that's dying early and whatnot, like in their early 50s or 40s, you know what I'm saying? They die off of stress by living with a stressful woman. You know what I'm saying? And it just be one woman at that, right? Verse 2, it says, a virtuous woman rejoiceth her husband, and he shall fulfill the years of his life in peace. You know what I'm saying? A woman that knows better will be considered a virtuous woman, a woman that follows the scriptures. Now, we understand that most women and stuff who even know that they're Israelites and stuff, they bring more hell and stuff, right, than the average woman and stuff who don't know that she's an Israelite. But if you have a woman and stuff who's an Israelite and stuff, or say you have a woman, she an Israelite and stuff, but at the same time she say if she knows the scriptures and whatnot and stuff, and she knows, and the Lord put the spirit, a grand spirit upon her and stuff to really stay in line and stuff, then you're going to always find yourself at peace. And yeah, it's going to be arguments here and there and stuff, you know what I'm saying? You're going to have the Shabbat and she want to get freaky and whatnot, it might be some disagreements and stuff, but it won't be so much to the man that's just stressed out, losing hair, getting gray hairs extra and stuff, you know what I'm saying? He got to sleep with one eye open and whatnot and stuff, you don't have to worry about that. And then you also got women out there who don't even know that they're Israel, you know what I'm saying, who are indeed by spirit and blood Israelites, you know what I'm saying, but their father had taught them, you know what I'm saying, to how to be when it comes down to being around men, to actually show some type of respect. So virtue, good morals, right? So it says verse 3, it says, a good wife is a good portion, which shall be given in the portion of them that fear Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahshua. You know what I'm saying? So when you fear the Lord and whatnot, the Lord is going to give you a wife that's decent to deal with. You know what I'm saying? Ain't just a brawler. You know what I'm saying? Who ain't just, It's like, nigga, it was you. I'll go get my brothers. I'll go get such. I'll call the police on you. I'll do this. I'll do that. Well, there's never no peace and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know, portions of sinners, those women fall upon them. But when it come down to men that has fear of the Lord and stuff, what do? They end up getting, well, the Lord would direct them. You know what I'm saying? Like the Elliot Wright always say, it's like just like how we vet, you know, to see if somebody is right to either come in the truth or if they wrong or whatnot and stuff. You know, you got to do the same thing. You got to vet these women. You know, you got to vet these women and stuff and check if they got good morals and stuff. You know, see if they can actually be handled. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's why you know, you don't just get with a woman and stuff based off how her looks is, or you get a woman and stuff just because you want to have sex with her. You know what I'm saying? You get with a woman and stuff because based off how she carries herself and how she is and stuff and how beneficial she'll be in a relationship, just not being a sack of bones and stuff and not doing anything, right? And it says verse 4, it says, whether a man be rich or poor, if he have a good heart towards the Lord, he shall at all times rejoice with a cheerful countenance. It says, verse 5, it says, there be three things that my heart feareth, and for the fourth I was so afraid, the slander of a city. You know, everybody in the city and stuff, you know, they against you. You know what I'm saying? But that can't even be helped and stuff, because we know this truth, man, the Lord. It says the hopeful elect. It says the gathering together of an unruly multitude. You know what I'm saying? You know, you see that's all these different protesters and stuff when they get violent and they coming up against the authorities and whatnot and stuff. You know, that's an unruly multitude. You know what I'm saying? You know, they just subject to violence. You know what I'm saying? It's not like negotiation was going to get them anywhere, you know, but they're going to be subject to violence. So don't follow, or don't gather together with them. Trying to, you know, Jay, with like it'd be a fight that break out and all they do is run towards the fight and stuff, you know, trying to see what's going on, because then something bad can happen and stuff, right? It says in a false accusation, you know, it says all these are worse than death. You know what I'm saying? A false accusation is when somebody is lying upon you. The scriptures talk about in Zephaniah, in Zephaniah 3. In Zephaniah 3 and 19, it says, behold, at that time I will undo all that afflict thee, and will save her that halteth. It says, and gather her that was driven out. It says, and I will get them praise and fame in every land where they have been put to shame. And part of that fame and stuff is going to also be infamy, you know, because remember, the majority of the world and stuff consider the truth to be evil. You know what I'm saying? You know? Right? So what are they going to do? They're going to deem us as evil, man. They're going to call us rapists. They're going to call us pedophiles. They're going to they're gonna call us terrorists. They're gonna call us drug dealers. They're gonna call us you know, any name and stuff, you know, that bring that causes somebody to be defamed, man. You know, they're gonna use what is called buzzwords or loaded words and whatnot and stuff, when they're gonna go to certain scriptures and stuff that they know that's gonna cause the people to be like, oh, hold on. You know what I'm saying? You know, knowing that people are they're more than likely not going to try to find out and stuff, you know, why this is or why that is and stuff, or why that's in the Bible. They just gonna look at the context and be like, oh, so you down with that, so then they're gonna call us what it is. You know, they're gonna call us bad men, right? And why is it worse than death? Because when you die and stuff, you know what I'm saying, you at peace. You know what I'm saying? And the scriptures tell you that. I think it's in the book of Job. You know what I'm saying? Both the righteous and the wicked and stuff are at peace. You know what I'm saying? But when you alive and you got these things going on and stuff, you know what I'm saying? You know, you always in a situation when you're in trouble. You know what I'm saying? You know, it can cause you to live a hard life. You know what I'm saying? Right? Verse 6, it says, but a grief of heart and sorrow is a woman that is jealous over another woman. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, you know, because even when it came down to Rachel and Leah and stuff, you know, they weren't jealous like, why you gotta have another woman and whatnot and stuff. Rachel was jealous was because Leah was able to bear children and stuff, and the Lord closed up Rachel's womb. You know what I'm saying, right? And that's the only reason why she was jealous, right? And it says, but most women and stuff, they women. The one thing, it be well, I guess you could say that it's a sense of power and whatnot, you know. But women like men that have multiple guys, but then when slacking, slipping the tongue, but not hard. Women like men that have like a lot of women that like them and whatnot and stuff, you know, and they'll try to do their best and stuff to sit up at the top to be the best out of all the women and stuff. But then if those women are still liking on him and stuff, they gonna have a problem. You know what I'm saying? You know, because now her seat or her position and stuff, you know what I'm saying, is being attacked by being taken away of another. You know what I'm saying? And it says, in the scourge of the tongue, which communicateth with all. And it says, verse 7, it says, an evil wife is a yoke shaken to and fro. And, you know, like a yoke back then and stuff, you know, how they used to punish people in the ancient days and medieval times and stuff. They had a little piece of wood, a block of wood and stuff, you know what I'm saying? And you had your head through there and your arms be through there, you know what I'm saying? You know, and just imagine somebody just taking that and shaking it back and forth and whatnot and stuff, you know, you're going to be in great pain, you know? And it's, right, an evil wife, you know what I'm saying? And you're going to have women and stuff that's evil, you know what I'm saying? Where you can't, they got to always have their way, you know what I'm saying? They just spoiled brats, you know what I'm saying? You know, they, you don't even have to just be wife, but this is what it's talking about when you have a wife. But you're going to also have women out there who are just evil, you know what I'm saying? You know, they want to see the man trodden down and whatnot and stuff, you know. They put you in a messed up situation and whatnot and stuff, you know. And that's what you want to abstain from, evil wives, you know. Because these women and stuff, you know, they'll set you up. You know, you don't even have to do anything. It could be another woman that like on you, don't know that you with her and whatnot and stuff, you know. And then next you know, this woman will blame everything on you. She'll blame everything on you as if you was flirting with her and whatnot and stuff, you know. And these are just women and stuff, like the women that be saying, you gotta keep your man in check. That's an evil woman. Because a man is the one who's supposed to keep the wife in check and whatnot, because remember, the wife is underneath the man, you know what I'm saying? You know, not vice versa, right? And women who like ruling over men and stuff, you know what I'm saying? You're an evil wife, you're an evil woman. It's like it. It says, he that have hold of her is as though he held a scorpion. And what was the that old tale, you know what I'm saying, when you got the tortoise and stuff and then you got the scorpion, and the scorpion is asking the tortoise, it's like, hey, you know, can I hit you right on your back and whatnot and stuff so we can cross the river? The tortoise is like, not so, because you're gonna stab me and both of us gonna drown, right? And then what the scorpion say, oh, no, that ain't gonna happen, I ain't gonna do that. Next thing you know, tortoise just take the chance and whatnot and stuff, and then they in the middle of the warning and stuff, and the scorpion attacks the tortoise. Its only way. It's part of its help for being delivered from drowning and whatnot. You know, attacks the tortoise and they both go down. This is what an evil wife is, man. You know. You can be right on the situation and she knows that you're right and stuff, and guess what she's gonna do? She's gonna try to mess you over because you proved that you made some sense. You know? It says verse 8, it says, a drunken woman and a gather abroad causes great anger. It says she would not cover her own shame. You know, and you know, what do drunk women end up doing and stuff? You know, they end up telling all your business and stuff, you know. It says verse 9, it says, the whoredom of a woman may be known in her haughty looks and eyelids and stuff. And you can, everybody know what that whole look like. You know what I'm saying? You know, when they trying to get you and stuff, you know what I'm saying? They try to get your attention and stuff. Everybody know what that whole look is. Verse 10, if thy daughter be shameless, keep her in straightly. You know, and You know, if you got a daughter and stuff, she just goes out and do whatever she wants to and stuff. You know, she coming back home pregnant with this dude and this dude, this dude. You know what I'm saying? You know, or you could tell that you could tell by her spirit and whatnot and stuff that she just not gonna take responsibility of everything and whatnot and stuff. Anything, you know, you keep her in. You know what I'm saying? Because then all it does is grab. Because when say if you got a woman that's considered as fast, no, a daughter that's considered as fast, she's not gonna pay attention to consequences and whatnot and stuff, right? And uh, uh, you know, she out there a certain type of way. You know, women that's considered as thoughts, that whole out there, you know what I'm saying, or that whole over there, whichever way they do it, you know what I'm saying, that's eaters, that's bust downs and whatnot and stuff, you know, skanks and shit, sluts and whatnot, sluts, you know what I'm saying, slut. Uh, uh, what they do is that that shame comes back onto their father, actually upon their parents. You know why? Because what it does is show that the parent didn't raise the child right. You know what I'm saying? So that's why you'll keep her in strictly and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So she wouldn't have to bear no shame, and the parents wouldn't have to bear no shame. Because look at Ms. Khalifa, she became a porn star. You know what I'm saying? And her father is not trying to take her back in. Now, it was an interview where they said that, her father, they talked it over and whatnot and stuff. But I don't even think that she can actually go back and see her family and stuff because everybody will stone her. You know what I'm saying? It'll put her to death. You know what I'm saying? Right? It says verse 10 again. It said, if thy daughter be shameless, keep her in, lest mean at that night she abuse herself through overmuch liberty. It said, what watch over an impudent eye. It says, and marvel not if she transpass against him, because in verse 25, in chapter 25, it says that the wickedness of a woman, the wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. You know what I'm saying? So don't be surprised and whatnot and stuff. It's like, oh, how could you do such a thing and stuff? These women look at wickedness like it ain't nothing. You know, tell a woman to sit up here and do something righteous that would be beneficial for her body and mind and soul and whatnot and stuff, and she's gonna hate that. You know what I'm saying? So if she's gonna hate it and whatnot and stuff, I don't want to do that and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? Don't marvel if she do something stupid or do something fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Because most of these women and stuff, they think that they'll be messing somebody else over and stuff, and really they messing themselves. You know what I'm saying? Because the scripture says, treat others how you treat thy neighbor as thyself. You know what I'm saying? And women would do stuff that they wouldn't want to be done on them. But it's like, well, if I'm getting away with it and stuff, then what's the harm? Well, the harm is that you're doing it to your own soul. You sinning against the Lord. You know what I'm saying? But they don't see that. So what are they going to do? Become shameless. They're going to be shameless, right? Verse 12, it says, she will open her mouth as a thirsty traveler when he have found a fountain. It says, and drinketh of every water near her. You know what I'm saying? And that's it's talking about how women and stuff, you know what I'm saying, they blow rod from rod, this rod, that rod and stuff, you know what I'm saying, it don't even matter. You know what I'm saying, they're hoes. You know what I'm saying? It says, by every hedge will she sit down and open her quiver against every arrow. And a quiver will be what is used to hold the arrows and stuff, but the arrows represents men's rods. You know what I'm saying? And a quiver can hold many rods and stuff. So that's just representation showing that these women and stuff will have sex with anybody that they want. You know what I'm saying? And this is what makes them hoes. And the Lord said in Deuteronomy the 17th chapter or the 23rd chapter. Let me see. Right. There's Deuteronomy 23 and 17. It says, there shall be no whore among the daughters of Israel. And what's a whore? It's the word Quadashah. It's the Quadashah Naha, Quadashah. And it says that it's a prostitute and harlot. And our women are hoes, you know what I'm saying? Because the men that they had dealt with the first time when they got their cherry popped, you know what I'm saying? When their hymen was broken and stuff through intercourse and stuff, the first time with that first man, you know know what I'm saying, or that first guy that they was with, you know what I'm saying, that was their husbands. But within this wicked society, Esau, Edom, so-called white man, he teaches our women to think that they can hop from rod to rod. You know what I'm saying? Because remember, our women want to be the same as men, but they can't do that according to the Lord. A man can be a polygamist, but a woman can only be monogamous. You know what I'm saying? You know, a woman can't have multiple husbands and whatnot. The only time that actually happens and stuff is if the man dies by natural causes. You know what I'm saying? Not by no injurious act. You know what I'm saying? But then if he dies and stuff, he dies. But when it comes down to it and stuff, women are not supposed to be able to just, it's like, oh, I'm tired of this man. He don't make enough money, or he makes too much money, but he ain't here all the time and whatnot and stuff, or whatever it is, and they'll try to sit up here and try to leave and whatnot and stuff when the ability to give the divorce, you know what I'm saying, for a man and woman to separate and stuff, it's not onto the woman, it's only onto the man, you know. It says, nor Sodomite the sons of Israel. And the Sodomite is a guy, he homosexual and stuff, or it's a guy, who committed anal sex with his girl. I'm saying, yes, you still heterosexual and stuff, but the thing is, it's an unlawful sexual act and stuff that the Lord doesn't approve of. You know what I'm saying? And then what happens when you have you have anal sex with your women and whatnot and stuff? Say if she still has shit in her rectum and stuff, and that slides into your pee hole and whatnot and stuff, or whatever juices or whatever and stuff. I know women can come in that area as well and whatnot and stuff, you know what I'm saying, as they say, but when it come down to it and stuff, those are juices that don't need to be around, that need to be on your penis. You know what I'm saying? Only juice that should be on your penis and stuff is her vagina juice. That's all. You know what I'm saying? Or her slob. That's it. Other than that, anal sex is off. You know what I'm saying? Why, if you with a man, or why, if, I mean, when you have a girlfriend and stuff, or wife or whatever and stuff, or even being with the same sex and stuff, you doing a double offense there when you come down to same sex, because you're gonna be destroyed. And I also want to get this. I'm gonna read. Again, Sirach 26:12, it says, she will open her mouth as a thirsty traveler when he have found a fountain. It says, and drink of every water near her. You know what I'm saying? By every hedge will she sit down and open her quiver against every arrow. Now, when it comes down to the first part when it says thirsty traveling and stuff, when it come down to women that blow rod and stuff, hey, ain't nothing wrong with that, but you can't just be blowing this rod and that rod and that rod and stuff. As soon as you deal with a man and stuff, that's the only rod that you need to be blowing. You know what I'm saying? He gets you mad and whatnot, or he don't have this and he don't have that and stuff. So you use that as an excuse just so you can sit up here and go blow some other rod. You know what I'm saying? No. And that's part of the reason why there's a lot of diseases out there and stuff, because the uncleanness, people don't really take care of themselves and stuff, and they hopping from here to here and whatnot and stuff. Some people judgments is that they get born with diseases and whatnot and stuff, even though it's a remedy to everything. But the thing is that you got people out there that be mad at the world and stuff because they going through this and they going through that and stuff. So then what do? They try to get other people to get sick like them, because misery loves company. You know what I'm saying? You know, and a lot of people that commit adultery, having sex with other men's wives, or women having sex with other men when they have a man already and stuff. You know what I'm saying? The homosexuals, when they deal with same sex and whatnot, whether they be male or female, let's be honest, right? Or even bisexual and stuff, and they just be slipping they swinging from partner to partner and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And what's the end result of that and stuff? They catch something. You know, you know, and this is so right. Verse 20, it says, such is, I'm starting right here. It says, verse 19, the way of an eagle in the air, the way of a serpent upon a rock. It says, the way of a ship in the midst of the sea, and the way of a man with a maid. It says, such is the way of an adulterous woman. She eateth and wipeth her mouth, and saith, I have done no wickedness. And that's majority of our do whatever as they please and whatnot and stuff, to dwell within wickedness, to have sex with anybody that they want to and stuff, man, you know. And it was a long time ago, maybe like a good 5 years ago and stuff, and you had this woman. I'm gonna quote something from Corey Holcomb and stuff. Pretty much she had all these different abortions and stuff within a year. You know what I'm saying? From getting pregnant and stuff, instead of putting on a condom and stuff, she was just having raw sex and whatnot, and she kept getting the babies aborted. You know what I'm saying? That the Lord put a mark upon her stomach for being a whore. You know what I'm saying? And her stomach looked like some balled up homework, man. You know what I'm saying? When you got certain women and stuff, they stomachs, they could be fit and whatever and stuff, but for some reason they stomach be all soft and it be like, it don't be stretch marks and stuff, but it be wrinkled and stuff, you know what I'm saying, and stuff, and they got a body where it look like they fit. And then the fat that be on them and stuff, it be loose, you know what I'm saying? It don't just be something round, it be loose, like it could blow in the wind and stuff, you know what I'm saying? And the it's just one of the signs and stuff, of women being hoes, And then you also got the cellulites. When women have cellulites in their thighs and stuff, because you got women out there that's like big boned and chubby, or they husky and whatnot and stuff, But at the same time and stuff, they don't have those dents in their ass, you know. And then Esau Edom and stuff, knowing him, come out with a different cream and whatnot and stuff, just so these women can get rid of their satellites and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Because, yeah, it looks ugly. It looks very, very ugly, but it's a sign of you being a hoe. You know what I'm saying? Right? And it says, back in Sirach 26 and 13, it says, the grace of a wife, the light of her husband, and her discretion will fatten his bones. You know what I'm saying? A woman who know how to keep stuff in between just you two and stuff, that's going to help bring a longer life, man. You know what I'm saying? A woman that's ain't trying to tell her husband's business to everybody and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Or make light of him in public and whatnot and stuff. Because when you discreet stuff, you keep stuff to yourself, you know. This just another way of giving peace unto your husband, right? So verse 14, it says, a silent and loving woman is a gift of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? So there you go. It's a gift, right? It says, and there is nothing so much worth as a mind well instructed. It says, a shamefaced and faithful woman is a double grace, and her continent mind cannot be valued. And what is a shamefaced woman and stuff? When you see a woman and stuff, like say she's in a relationship with certain guys and stuff, and they pop her, say if she's just being just super disobedient and whatnot, and they bop her in her face and whatnot and stuff, and you see it off of like Medea, or I'm talking about the play, you know what I'm saying, if everybody know what I'm talking about, all those different shows when women do consider get abused and whatnot and stuff, and it don't be that. Now I'm not promoting domestic violence and stuff, but the scripture says that if a man get himself a woman, getting himself a woman and stuff, that's his possession. You know what I'm saying? Now things get out of hand. That's why you don't want no woman that want to brawl with you. You know what I'm saying? That's why you don't want no woman and stuff that it's like it. I'm fearing off. When it says that a shamefaced and faithful woman is a double grace. If a woman got hit in the eye and stuff, you know what I'm saying, she come around the family, what you think she doing? She putting on some thick ass sunglasses where nobody can't see it. You know what I'm saying? And then at the same time, if somebody looking at her, what she gonna do? She gonna try to hide her face and whatnot and stuff, Well, when it come down to a shamefaced woman and stuff, guess what? She ain't gonna be sitting up there just like, she gonna even check her thoughts. You know what I'm saying? And I be seeing it from time to time. You walk around, you have You'll have some woman be with her man and whatnot. You know, woman be with her man and whatnot and stuff, and then next you know she trying to do all that she can and stuff to see some other dude and stuff that sparks her interest. Well, when a shamefaced woman and stuff, she ain't even gonna be interested. She's gonna reference her husband where it's like, I don't want to be caught seen looking at another man, because if that happens and stuff, then guess what? There's gonna be a fight. You know what I'm saying? As much as these women and stuff claim that they don't like drama and stuff or being in drama, they like to see drama when it don't have nothing to do with them. But when it comes down to them being in the drama, they always want to escape from that. So what's she gonna do? She gonna do the wise thing and stuff, and she just gonna pay attention to her husband, And then you see it. You have certain, I mean, still it's still a beautiful thing. Stuff you might look in their direction. You probably ain't even looking at them, but you see how they'll try to like keep their face towards their husband and whatnot and stuff, and when really all they doing is probably looking in their peripherals. But when it comes down to a virtuous woman who's doing this according to verse 15 and stuff, you know what I'm saying? She that's great value, because all she is focused. Her desires is to her husband. She trying to make sure that her husband is still interested in her. She trying to make sure that she doing all that her husband want and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Not sneaking around, not waiting for him to, to not be paying attention to come do something and stuff. No, you know. No. That's a woman who has no shamefacedness, you know. Right. So verse 16, it says, "As the sun when it arises in high heaven, so is the beauty of a good wife in the ordering of her house." You know what I'm saying? Because women do have power too. You Israelite women, you just don't have power over your husbands. That's it. But when it comes down to it, if you got children and whatnot and stuff, and they say if they still of young age and stuff where they still need to be nurtured, you know what I'm saying, you rule over them. You know what I'm saying? You know, and a woman that's real nurturing and stuff, she gonna make sure that there's food on the table. She gonna make sure there's clothes on the back, that they tend to the children and whatnot and stuff. You know, this is the ideal righteous woman, man. You know. Verse 17, it says, "As the clear light is upon the holy candlestick, so is the beauty of her face in ripe age." It says, "As the golden pillars are upon the sockets of silver, so are the fair feet with a constant heart." It says, "My son, keep the flower of thine age sound, and give not thy strength to strangers." And the scriptures also say, "Give not that strength over to a light woman," somebody who's a bird brain, that become absent-minded and stuff, who don't really know stuff like that and stuff. Don't give your soul over to them. You know what I'm saying? And I believe it also says don't give your soul over to your children either. You know what I'm saying? Put yourself in a situation where you the head household and stuff, and if you the nigga in charge and stuff, then guess what? You need to act like it. You know what I'm saying? And it says, verse 20, it says, "When thou hast gotten a fruitful possession through all the field, sow it with thy own seed, trusting in the goodness of thy stock." It says, so thy race which thou leavest shall be magnified, having the confidence of their good descent. You know what I'm saying? It says, verse 22, it says, "A harlot shall be accounted as spittle." So most of these women out here and stuff who think they finna dip and dab on anybody that they want to and stuff, ride the car carousel and stuff, you know what I'm saying? You know, even though you have women out there that, who are legit escorts and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Or they prostitute and stuff, but their morals are different, where they literally prostitute, you know what I'm saying? They have sex for money and stuff, when it comes down to those women have more and better. Well, not all of them, but most of them and stuff. They keep themselves clean and stuff. They make sure that they have a condom on. They make sure they don't drink too much. They make sure that they do this, do that, and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And then some of them have children too. But the thing is that they keep themselves well groomed. You know what I'm saying? You got women out here where they don't get sex. They don't get paid to have sex and stuff. They just have sex and they just bunch of hoes, and all they do is fuck from this guy to that guy, this guy and that guy and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And just man, what's the word? It's just a woman who woman who don't know no shame. You know what I'm saying? She just, man, I'm just doing me. You know what I'm saying? I'm just having fun, woo the woo and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have some women and stuff that's harlots and stuff, and they're gonna get saved and stuff, but that's because they're changing the way their lives is and stuff, man. Or if they are still in that work and whatnot and stuff, their morals are more virtuous than most women and stuff who still hold around and stuff, but don't get paid money for it. You know what I'm saying? You know? And it says, But it says verse 22, it says and harlot shall be accounted as spittle. You know what I'm saying? And when you spit on the ground, do you be like, oh, let me catch this up, let me get this up? Like say if you drop you $1 or $5 and stuff, you know, and it's blowing the wind, guess what? You're gonna be looking like a fool chasing that dollar down because you're trying to get it back. Well, when you spit on the ground, you know what I'm saying, you ain't trying to pick that spit back up. You know what I'm saying? There's no value when you spit. You know what I'm saying? You know, it ain't no value to your spit and stuff. You spitting it out for a reason. You know what I'm saying? You know, because what does mucus do? Mucus is bad. You know what I'm saying? You know, so you and you know what I'm saying? You know, you ain't trying to get that back up. You know, and it says, but a married woman is a tower against death to her husband. You know, and why is that? That's because, you know, a woman that keeps her duties in marriage and whatnot and stuff, you know what I'm saying, she's going to be a helpmate. She's going to be a help. She's going to be peace, you know what I'm saying, onto her husband and stuff, you know. Verse 23, it says, a wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man. You know, so the wicked are going to be with the wicked because when it comes down to good and evil, they don't mix. You know what I'm saying? You know, and what is that? 23. This is Sirach chapter 33, verse 14. Right here. It says, good is set against evil and life against death. So is the godly against the sinner and the sinner against the godly. It says, so look upon all the works of the Most High, and there are two and two, one against another. Right? So that's why a portion of a sinner, that's why a wicked, let me see, 26, right? Now, right here, Sirach 26 and 23 again. It says, a wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man. You know what I'm saying? You know, because what the scripture says, birds of a feather flock together. What company does the wolf have with the sheep? You know what I'm saying? You know, you got prey and predator. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to mix, you know, until the kingdom come. But this ain't the kingdom yet, right? It says, but a godly woman is given to him that fears the Lord. See? You know, a woman that's trying to get her shit together in the eyes of Yahweh Bashim Yahshua, who fear him and whatnot and stuff, and she's changing her ways and whatnot, you know, and being careful in every step move that she's doing and stuff, you know, she's going to be given onto a righteous man, you know, and there's a lot of women and stuff who believe and whatnot, according to the second Corinthians, the seventh chapter and stuff, you know, even though it's going into how a woman who keep the law, statutes, commandments to the best of her ability and stuff, and if she has a man that's an unbeliever, that she can change, she can, you know, by her behavior, her anastrophe, right, by her behavior and stuff, by keeping the law, statutes, commandments and keeping them in order, you know what I'm saying, it could cause the man to, you know, to be like, you know, hey, you know, I don't really be woo the woo and stuff, you know, we don't be really having no problems and whatnot and stuff. Like, hey, what you into? You know what I'm saying? You got your head wrapped and whatnot and stuff. You gonna be looking at other dudes and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You twerk, but then you just twerk for me. I don't see, you know, you ain't trying to do no OnlyFans and stuff. You ain't trying to, you know, when we go outside and stuff, you stay covered up and stuff. You don't show your breasts. You don't show your behind and whatnot. Now you got some women and stuff, they can't help it, even if they do wear a sundress. You know what I'm saying? You know, that caboose is just going to stick out. You know what I'm saying? You know, because they got some good moons on them. You know what I'm saying? You know, and they always full. But, full moons. Anyways. You know, he'd be like, man, what you about with the woman stuff? She gonna be like, oh, I'm an Israelite and stuff. She be like, Israelite, where you get that from? The Bible. I believe in the Bible, with the woo. And then he might be like, you know, shit, you know, he might change after that and stuff, you know. But the point that I wanted to make was that there's going to be certain women and stuff who's going to do that, but their husbands are still going to be non-believers. And the thing is that the Lord is going to smite that man and stuff just so she could be directed towards a righteous man. You know what I'm saying? You know, because it goes both ways. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have righteous men with 2/3 women, and you're gonna have 2/3 men with righteous women. You know what I'm saying? You know, and the Lord ain't trying to have that struggle continue and stuff as Jacob's trouble progress, as it gets worse and worse out here and stuff. The Lord is gonna start smiting a lot of women and stuff, and smiting a lot of men and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because they're the ones that they with and stuff. You know what I'm saying? They don't need to be together now. You know, speaking as a man, the Lord did have, because you're gonna have 2/3 of Israel that's gonna end up, that's gonna endure to the end and whatnot and stuff, and they can be used as a hedge and stuff just to protect, you know what I'm saying, either the righteous woman, you know what I'm saying, you know. Now, when it comes down to the 2/3 woman and a righteous man and stuff, I think the only reason why she'll still be around is because she's being used to give hedge onto the righteous man. You know what I'm saying? And when I say be used as giving hedge and stuff, she probably got a good job. You know what I'm saying? She's still, wicked and whatnot and stuff, she ain't trying to change and whatnot at all. You know what I'm saying? She let the husband do his own thing when they get their conflicts and whatnot. But then at the same time, they together and stuff, and say she got a good job and stuff that's gonna help. You know what I'm saying? Woman still be a helpmate, you know what I'm saying, even though she wicked. But the thing is, it doesn't mean that she gonna be saved just because she's with a righteous man. Because if a 2/3 woman and stuff is with a righteous man and she doesn't change, then guess what? She gonna get destroyed. You know how the Lord use her, you know what I'm saying, use her and whatnot and stuff to still be around that righteous man and stuff. That's just really the only thing, because in the end she ain't gonna be saving herself, and it's also vice versa. You know what I'm saying, but speaking as a man on that and stuff, right? It says verse 23 again, it says, a wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man. You know what I'm saying? So it's not gonna be like that for too long, man. Women that don't want to get with the program and whatnot and stuff, they don't want to be righteous, or they don't want to seek to be righteous, or do the best that they can to be righteous and whatnot and stuff. The Lord gonna have it where that man escapes from you. You know what I'm saying? Because then what benefit are you towards that man if you ain't doing right? Right? It says, but a godly woman is given to him that feareth the Lord, and that's what's gonna happen. So some guys and stuff, who don't get women and whatnot and stuff, or it's something that you don't have that a woman is used to, you know what I'm saying, maybe you ain't swole enough, maybe you fat, maybe you just this, that, or third and stuff, maybe you too dark for her, or too light for her, or too in between and stuff, or she likes whatever it is that she is and whatnot and stuff. For certain men, when you don't have a girl and whatnot and stuff, it's because, for one, the Lord wants you to pay attention to him. You know what I'm saying? And you're going to get women in the kingdom if you part of the elect. The 144,000, which consists of 12,000 men, the 12 tribes of Israel. You know what I'm saying? The 12, each, and the 1/3, which consists of men, women, and children who are Israelites, who believe no matter how they look. You know what I'm saying? Who convert and keep the law, statutes, commandments to the best of their ability and stuff, mingle with faith, repenting every day. You know what I'm saying? If the Lord doesn't allow you to have some woman on this side and stuff, you know what I'm saying, then guess what? That he wants you to focus in on him and stuff, and then you're gonna receive more. You know what I'm saying? What the scripture says, he actually helping you out. You know what I'm saying? Because isn't he called the Father? He knows what you like. You know what I'm saying? The scripture says that he'll give us our heart's desire and stuff. And if it ain't right now and stuff, he probably just building you up. You know what I'm saying? Because say if the Isaiah 4:1 comes, you know what I'm saying, and you having a deal, you know guess what? You develop patience. You know what I'm saying? You know how to work with the spirit and whatnot and stuff. You able to recognize this and recognize that. Why is that? Because you've been doing nothing but building in the scriptures and having a closer relationship with Yahweh Shem Yahshai. You know what I'm saying? So then when it comes down to something that maybe he gave you 100 women or 1,000 women and stuff, you know what I'm saying? And the Lord is directing these women towards you. Guess what? You're gonna be able to handle it. Or and then at the same time, stuff, you're gonna, certain guys are gonna make themselves eunuchs and stuff. When I say eunuch, meaning that they stay celibate. You know what I'm saying? Like they stay away from. Well, I ain't gonna say celibate, but I'm gonna say they either stay by themselves, so they're not looking for a wife. Or you might have or they might just deal with prostitutes and whatnot and stuff, because hey, it's in the scriptures. Read Genesis the 38th chapter. You know what I'm saying? He might just deal with a prostitute and whatnot. And even when it came down to Hosea, the Lord told Hosea and stuff to get him a harlot for a wife, meaning that she was a hoe. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't mean no disrespect, but that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? So you might have men that just want to deal with who just want to direct. You know what I'm saying? Because like Apostle Kabar said and stuff, and it makes so much sense. You know what I'm saying? Rather if you get with a harlot and stuff, it's wham bam. It's like right then and there. You know what I'm saying? It's like here go the transaction and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Give me that ass. You know what I'm saying? Blow this rod and whatnot and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Throw it back, whoop the woo, ride it, whatever and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Here go your money, and then you get the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? Not saying in a disrespectful way like that and stuff, but it's like, you're gonna leave. And then Apostle Tahar, he said back then when it came down to the harlots, when you pay for a harlot, you know what I'm saying? What they'll do is that they'll live in your crib and you'll work and whatnot and stuff, you know what I'm saying? But they're like, say if you pay for a week and it'll just be there for sex, but at the same time, what will she do? She'll cook for you, she'll clean your crib and whatnot and stuff, you know what I'm saying? It's almost like that movie Pretty Woman. You know what I'm saying? How he gave 3,000 stuff to stay for a week. Now he was trying to, just get a wife. You know what I'm saying? First it was just sex and stuff, but then he started caring for her and whatnot. Then it became his wife. But back then, that's how it would be. You'll give a woman a certain amount of money and stuff if that was her profession and stuff, and you will have a week. You know what I'm saying? Say if you paid her $300, she would stay there for a week. You know what I'm saying? And she would just have sex with you. You know what I'm saying? But cook and clean your crib as well. You know what I'm saying? And whatever entertainment that you have and whatnot and stuff, she could indulge in it and stuff. Because it's all at the crib. She would have been a temporary wife. You know what I'm saying? In a sense, right? And I'm just using it like that and stuff, because she wouldn't be a wife at all. She'll still be a hoe. She'll be a harlot. But that's how it was back then. But in these newer days and whatnot and stuff, you might have guys where they still say themselves for the kingdom and stuff, but they still interacting and stuff when it come down to these different harlots. You know what I'm saying? They'll still interact. And you'll have and then when it comes down to, say if you talking to a female and whatnot, say you talking to her and stuff, what are you doing? You paying her off. I'm not saying that, the man is just sitting up here like, oh, I'm looking for a girlfriend to settle down with and stuff, you know what I'm saying? That don't really happen until, guys get up to a certain age and they start feeling that way and whatnot. But other than that, most guys, they see a girl and stuff, she fine in the face, who was it? It was Jacob, whose name was changed to Israel, man. It was Jacob, you know what I'm saying? And he wanted to get with Rachel just because she was fine as hell. That's all. You know what I'm saying? So a man gonna see what he like and whatnot and get aroused and want to deal and stuff. And what he gonna do? He gonna, just like Jacob did and stuff. He worked so he can get her. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same way with men nowadays and stuff. They gonna work. What's the working and stuff? Say they got a job and whatnot and stuff. They're gonna be taking her out on the dates and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, it's payment. Because in the end, you ain't just trying to, I mean, come on now, you know what I'm saying? Women be like, oh, all y'all care about is sex and stuff. It's like, well, you ain't dealing with nobody unless you able to get some money up out of him. You know what I'm saying? So it's equal exchange and stuff. So it's still the same way. You take them out on dates and whatnot and stuff, and then eventually down the line, when she really to deal with you and stuff, you know what I'm saying? While you been dealing with her for like a month or 2 or 3 months, or she got that Steve Harvey bullshit going on and stuff, and you just spending your money on your time, you know what I'm saying, and then next you finally get to crack, or you finally get to hit, you know what I'm saying, then you actually cheating yourself, because you got that one little bit of time and whatnot and stuff with her, and unless you want to stay with her, ain't nothing wrong with that. But say if it's still the same way and stuff, because you're paying her to receive something in the end. It's still the same way. It's still the same way, regardless of anything. And I know it's gonna be a bunch of women's like, no, it's not. It's different. That's because a woman has majority of the advantage. Here it is, you taking her out to eat. You taking her out to eat. You spending your money on her. She want this, she want that and stuff. And there's a lot of women and stuff where they play that role and they don't give the man nothing. Be like, oh, I was just playing you. I don't want you. You think I want to be with you? You thought you was finna get some of this and stuff. Really, they got what they wanted. So guess what? It's payment. Why, if you buy her gifts and whatnot and stuff, you still giving something of your substance to a woman, you know what I'm saying, just to have to receive some time with her. It's the same. Or it's just that one is quicker than the other. One is direct and one takes time. And who knows? Like, say, it's the same way with Pretty Woman. He kept dealing with her, kept giving her money and whatnot and stuff, you know what I'm saying? And then the next thing you know, she like, you know what, I might as well just stay with you. And guess what? She was no longer a hoe. Well, she still was, you know what I'm saying? But she wasn't living that life no more, where she had to, put her life in danger and stuff, be, trying to, be discreet and whatnot and stuff. She, getting twos and fews and whatnot. Now she just had a guy that was going to take care of and whatnot. And then she experienced and stuff, and she living good. So it depends on how the Lord will have it, right? Even Samson's wife was a harlot. She was a hoe. It says verse 24, it says, a dishonest woman contemneth shame, but an honest woman will reverence her husband. And that's what a lot of women don't do. They don't reverence their husband because they look at their husbands ain't pieces of shit. You know what I'm saying? So guess what? They no value. You know what I'm saying? Verse 25, it says, a shameless woman shall be counted as a dog. And what's a female dog called? A bitch. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they give me all the other words, but hey, but you already always consider us a bitch. You know what I'm saying, right? And this is it says verse 25 again. It says, a shameless woman shall be counted as a dog, which is a bitch. It said, but she, and then what do? They call themselves bitches anyways. You know what I'm saying, right? They call themselves bitches anyways. It says, but she that is shamefaced will fear the Lord. And then these women and stuff, they call themselves bitches. Look at them. You know what I'm saying? You know, they, instead of just dealing with what they was dealing with in the first place and stuff, now they got this overly sexual desire and whatnot and stuff where they gotta look, you know, you gotta get for this man and that man and that man just so they can fulfill their sexual needs. You got certain women who complain, and brother did a sit down on and stuff. You had certain women and stuff who complain and stuff, you know what I'm saying that it was better for her. She want to be a hoe again. You know what I'm saying? She don't want to sit down with one man. She don't want to be with one man and whatnot and stuff, you know. You know. She got stretched out to the point of no return. You know what I'm saying? You know. You know. Damn. You know, and it says a woman that honoreth her husband shall be judged wise of all. You know what I'm saying? Right? It says, but she that honoreth him in her pride shall be counted ungodly of all. You know what I'm saying? Wicked. You know what I'm saying? You know, so there's penalties, you know what I'm saying, of being disobedient to your husband. There's consequences you have to deal with that stains your soul, you know what I'm saying, against you. How about your shot? Right? It says, verse 27, it says, a loud crying woman and a scold shall be sought out to drive away the enemies and stuff. And that's true. You got a woman that's loud and stuff, laughing loud and stuff, you know, got a loud mouth and whatnot. Niggas don't want to be around. Right? So verse 28, it says, there be two things that have grieved my heart. It says, and third maketh me angry. A man, it says a man of war that suffereth poverty. It says, and men of understanding that are not set by. You know what I'm saying? Right? So look at all these veterans and whatnot and stuff, you know. They got even on applications and whatnot, just so they could be able to be accepted and whatnot and stuff. You know, you got to check that you a veteran and stuff, just so you could have an equal chance to get a job. You know what I'm saying? You know, and then most of these war veterans and stuff that's who fought in World War I and World War II. You know what I'm saying? You know, they homeless, or they live in homeless shelters and whatnot and stuff. You know, shoot, the newly army people and stuff, you know what I'm saying, that be in the military and stuff, whatever department that they in and stuff, or whatever area, what type they are in, pretty much, you know. Some of them don't even go out into the battlefield and stuff. Some of them don't even get dispatched and stuff. And at the same time, what tends to happen, they getting treated more better and stuff than the veterans. And the veterans are the ones who actually, you know, made it well. You know, most people were able to live in this land anyways. You know what I'm saying? You know, but you know, the veterans get treated like shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, they got, you know, their amputation and whatnot. They supposed to be set for life. You know what I'm saying? But look at most of them stuff. They got amputations. They dealing with shell shock. They dealing with PTSD and stuff, and all these different nervous system and brain injuries and whatnot and stuff. And they don't get no compensation for that. But these newly ones and stuff, you know, these newly ones and stuff, they get compensation and stuff, and they don't even have to get dispatched into a war, even if it's a war going on. Say they don't get dispatched, you know, they get to quit, they get to leave and whatnot and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know, and then next thing you know, they getting paid more than what a veteran is able to get. What, some county care or something like that, or some Medicaid or Medicare or whatever that. You know what I'm saying? You know, but then don't really get a check. But then when it come down to these newly veterans, who's not even veterans, you know what I'm saying? But these newly guys and stuff that's in the army and they get out, you know what I'm saying, whether they're man or woman, you know what I'm saying? They give better reparations than them. You know what I'm saying? You know? And it says that men of understanding that are not set by. So people men who know this truth and whatnot and stuff, but don't apply the wisdom. You know, they don't apply the wisdom. Yeah, they gain it, they forever learning and stuff, you know what I'm saying, but not coming to the knowledge of the truth. Now, I know they usually go, that's usually broken down and stuff when they come down to guys and stuff who be trying to, you know, they know these different philosophies and stuff, you know, woo to woo, you know, but then they can't come into the truth and whatnot and stuff. Now, when it come down to guys who know this word and whatnot and stuff, and they don't apply it, you know what I'm saying, this is something that makes the Lord angry. You know what I'm saying, right? It says, in one that returning from righteousness to sin. It says the Lord prepares such an one for the sword. So you guys and stuff that was in the truth and whatnot and stuff, and you fell out, you left out, you rather go be of the world and whatnot, you wanted to trim your ways to seek love and whatnot, you know what I'm saying? Hey, the Lord is already preparing you for the sword. And what's that ultimate sword? The thermonuclear fire. You know what I'm saying? You know, the ICBMs, intercontinental ballistic missiles and stuff, man. You know, and them hypersonic missiles and stuff, man. Them rail guns and stuff that these enemies are going to use to destroy America, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, and don't think that you're going to be able to just run and stuff, you know, because look, if you escape the missiles and stuff, you're not escaping Yahweh Shai and 144,000. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's going to be like you trying to hide behind a wall and stuff, you know what I'm saying? And the man of the Lord got a man of the Lord, you know what I'm saying, of the hopeful elect and stuff, has X-ray vision. You know what I'm saying? You know, you know. In verse 29, it says, a merchant shall hardly keep himself from doing wrong. It says, and a huckster shall not be freed from sin. So when it comes down to it, man, you know what I'm saying, you know, you have these different examples in the Ecclesiastes, the 26th chapter and stuff, and you know, for you know what's considered a blessing, what's considered a curse. You know what I'm saying? What's considered good and what's considered bad. You know what I'm saying? You know, for you women, you want to add up to the women and stuff that will receive a blessing for their soul. You know what I'm saying? Because for the different things that I was reading and stuff in here, when it comes down to the women, you know what I'm saying, doing that's good and stuff, guess what? When you change when you converting, you know what I'm saying, you're converting onto Yahweh Shem Yahshai. And what does that mean? Ultimately, you're helping, you're working out your own salvation with fear and trembling. You know what I'm saying? There's many times that it says the reverence, but guess what? You got a lot of women out there and stuff, a lot who don't reverence their husbands and stuff, who's not scared of anything and stuff, and therefore, you know, they're not going to be saved. They're going to be considered the 2/3. You know what I'm saying? You know. So I hope this video was edifying. I like to give all honor and glory to Yahweh by Shem Yahshua HaRakakodash. Double honors to apostles, great millstone, and salutations to the elect, which you ought to be. Shalom, wa ba ba ba.